For me, creativity doesn't exist in a vacuum. It almost always comes through outside stimulation. I was with a friend, Paolo Guidotti. We were sitting at his table one night after dinner, drawing together, which is a wonderful activity to draw together with a friend. Recalls coloring together as a child in your coloring book. And he had a tazzina di caffè, he had a little coffee cup of espresso. He took out a brush and he dipped his brush into this coffee cup, which was, in and of itself, for me, was a strange act to observe. And he began to draw with this brush on beautiful watercolor paper, and I joined him. I'd never experienced coffee, not just as a stimulus, but as a drawing medium. The velvety, wonderful consistency of color that you get with coffee, you only get with the finest watercolors. It was great.
My philosophy has always been the other way round. An example of a joke that isn't profound is that you can buy a comedy coffee cup, which is called in England the Irish coffee cup because we make fun of the Irish. I hope they make fun of us, where the handle is on the inside, you know. And it's just a joke, really. The handle is on the inside. That's the wrong way round. But if you do perspective for the wrong way round, it's much more important than a handle.
This originally was a small pack of sugar, and I like to do scenes of people enjoying coffee. A great drink to socialize, to share ideas, to come up with ideas because it wakes you up. This is a cartoon I made playing with the steam that comes from the coffee and creating a rain that falls into the cup, so it's like an instant coffee. So as you can see, I drink it and I get inspired by it and have fun with it, and I'm glad to share it with you today.
I curated Common Grounds, an exhibition of contemporary art and traditional art. I really like the idea of coffee as a theme for an exhibition, not only because artists love coffee in general, but also in terms for me of a theme that is very socially relevant. And I always think of making the connections between what we enjoy as a product, as a wonderful, amazing product that is almost a luxury for us, and the people who produce the coffee. So this is my work, and it's titled On Fair Trade. I love how the coffee filter has, its own life. I used watercolor and coffee to paint. The circles and the rings that you see on the filter are natural filters. This is from Angelina Quick Ixtamer from Guatemala. I love this painting. It's an oil on canvas, and it's a very, very detailed work from a bird's eye view of the production of coffee.
Andrea Ili and Ana Ili, they came to Instituto Terra, environmental project in Brazil. I believe it was 2001. I remember well when we started discussing this project. The idea was to show the people that work in coffee. Because most of the people that buy some coffee in a store or go to a bar and drink a cup of coffee, they have the impression that the coffee is produced in the back of the supermarket. No one minds in the millions of families on this planet that deal with coffee. And the idea came from there to go ahead to do a story about people that produce coffee. I did the first shooting in 2002 and the last one in 2014. And I work in 10 different countries in the world, and the result is this book of coffee pictures and this show.